Yes. So this is another wonderful session by SNTTC about multiple intelligence. I know that how many ever times we attend a session about multiple intelligence, again, we feel that there is something new to learn from it and some feather brushing is needed. So definitely, no doubt that you all have joined, as to recapitulate your knowledge because multiple intelligence is a very traditional topic. So, meanwhile, as the resource person joins, let us start with an introduction. May I start with uh, who is coming first to introduce yourself? That would be really appreciated if you can volunteer yourself.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Roja ma'am. How are you?
Yes, sir, fine. And how are you, sir? How is your mother?
Good, good. Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, sir.
Yes, very good evening, Abhilasha ma'am. So, dear participants, let us welcome our resource person, Mrs. Abhilasha Verma. Ma'am is the headmistress of a renowned CBSE school from Tamil Nadu. She is also the trainer from All India Educators Forum. Now, she is also the soft skill trainer as well as teacher trainer from SNTTC. The screen is all yours, ma'am. I shall share the PPT for you. Yeah, so without any delay,
Thank you
let
so
us
much,
start
sir.
with the session.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone. Hope we'll interact in this session. So, intelligence, we all know that what. One second. Okay. I'm so sorry. Here, due to the cyclone, little bit network will be an issue. So, kindly cooperate with me. So, what is multiple intelligence? Can anybody tell me here, give your views about what is meant in multiple intelligence?
Ma'am, can I?
Yes, Lata ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am. Multiple intelligence means a person can be intelligent in various field. It's not case some if one is not academically sound, maybe he is or she is intelligent in sports,
Yes,
kinesthetic
ma'am.
intelligent. Maybe they are having interaction. Means like politicians, they are having interpersonal intelligence.
Yes. Right,
So
ma'am.
various type of intelligence is there, like linguistic intelligence, our journalist, and what we call that, transcriptors and all. They are having all that type of
Yes,
intelligence.
Lata ma'am. Well defined. Thank you so much for your input. So, multiple intelligence is a theory. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, Punita ma'am, please.
Uh, I want to say that a person who can do multitasking efficiently. Am I audible?
Yes, yes, ma'am. Yes, please.
So I have said regarding multiple intelligence that a person who is efficient in doing multitasking.
Yeah, correct. Short and very precise. Yes, sir. It is a theory given by Howard Gardner, correct? And theory developed by, yes, correct. So here we'll, sir, next slide, please. We'll move on to the next slide. Various inputs we have got about multiple intelligence. So let's see in detail what is it. The next slide, please, sir. So previous slide, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. So here we have so one more previous slide is there about network is getting a little bit unstable here. Sorry. Am I audible to you all? So here we have eight. Yes, sir. Thank you. So Howard Gardner's 1983 theory of multiple intelligence, individuals possess various distinct types of intelligences other than a single intelligence. So there are various ways how you can approach to individual. Every individual will see in the next slide. There are 8 types of intelligence. Next slides, please. Generally, we have 8 types of intelligences, and Howard Gardner has some of us are music smart, body smart, kinesthetic. Then people smart, interpersonal skills are very advanced. Then word smart, they are linguistic. Logic smart, they are good at numericals. Then nature smart, they learn well through nature. They are naturalists.
Yes. I suppose the resource person is having some sort of network glitch. Before she joins, I would like to just give an introduction into multiple intelligence. So, as you see here, we have basically 8 types of multiple intelligence, 8 different types of intelligence, which is scientifically found among the human beings. So, they start with kinesthetic intelligence, wherein the body of a human being is involved as a part of learning something. Interpersonal intelligence, wherein the person is very good at tackling people, that is called as people smart, wherein person can very actively like communicate with others and get the work done or learn or teach. And then comes linguistically smart, wherein the person is very good at reading, writing, and speaking, especially language smart, we should say, very good at language, very good at communication. And then comes mathematical, logical mathematical people who are very good at calculations and logics. And the natural smart people who are very good at nature, those who like spending time in nature and learning, interpreting nature and learning through it. And then intrapersonal, few people whom we term as, introverts. Okay, so these are that set of people who can do things on their own. Okay, they might not work in a team, but on their own, they can give us better results. And then we have visual smart people who are very good at pictures, looking at pictures and understanding the things. And they work through pictures. And then finally, we have musically smart people who are very good at listening, rhythmic, what do we say, like music and understanding things from that. So these are basically the 8 types of intelligence, which are termed as multiple intelligence by the educational scientist Howard Gardner. And now let us get into each one of it exclusively. The screen is all yours, Abhilasha ma'am.
Thank you, sir, and thank you everyone for understanding. Here, cyclone is going on, so network issue is there. I'm in Chennai, so okay. Anyhow, so what real example can I give of multiple intelligence? Before I start one by one about all the multiple intelligence, can anyone give one example of real life example?
Ma'am, can you repeat your question?
Can
ma'am, again?
anybody any real life example of multiple intelligence? Can anybody inputs on that?
Any specific intelligent or just like common real
So
life example?
any example? Yeah, any example of like an athlete is there. For example, he could be strong in bodily kinesthetic and spatial intelligence, but very poor in musical intelligence. So that is why it is so important to use the strategy. You can give an athlete through musical intelligence. I hope I'm. We can train an athlete through kinesthetic or spatial, but we cannot train him musical or language. Yes, Madhya, marketing people good in communication may not be good others, right? So here comes the first multiple intelligence, linguistic intelligence or word smart. Mute yourself, sir. Yes. So these are multiple intelligence one by one we will see, and we'll see the how we can distinguish those kind of people. So linguistic intelligence people are sensitive to spoken and written languages. They have ability to learn the languages. You must be coming across people who are very much into learning different kind of languages. So they express their views through different linguistic skills. Somebody are orator, good orator, good writer. Through language they express. They have capacity to use language to accomplish certain goals. they involves the ability to use languages masterfully. And our real life example is William Shakespeare and Oprah Winfrey. So we know about William Shakespeare, how he is word smart. He plays with words. So likewise, we come across people who are good at linguistic intelligence, and we need to identify. Many of us are teachers, educators. So we have to find out in the class that who is linguistic intelligence, word smart, among these all 8 intelligences. So next slide, sir. So these kind of people choose career like being a lawyer, a speaker, a host, author, journalist, curator. In our school also, when some assembly or any program is going on, we can find out these kind of children, those who are very good at being a speaker, who can orient well there in the crowd. And even in various companies, those who are working in companies, you can also find out who all are a good speaker. So these kind of people are linguistic intelligence. So next slide, sir. Okay. Now these second one is logical mathematical intelligence. Those who are number smart or reasoning smart. These kind of people, they have the capacity to analyze problems logically. They are very good at carrying out mathematical operations, and they investigate issues scientifically. They have the ability to use logical and reasoning skills are very, very strong in them. And the critical thinking is very strong to resolve any problems. They are very good at numbers. As the name suggests, of the intelligence, logical and mathematical intelligence, they are logically and mathematically very, very smart and intelligent. And the few people here are Albert Einstein and Bill Gates, those who are logical, mathematical, smart. And the career these kind of people chooses are, so next slide. They have the potential to be a mathematician, an accountant, statistician. They are good at statistics, then scientist and computer analyst. So these people are very good at numbers. They choose the career according to this. Next slide, sir. Third kind of intelligence is spatial intelligence. They are picture smart. They will look at the pictures. Yes, Lata ma'am, robotics and artificial intelligence. Yes, ma'am. Yes. This picture smart people, they have ability to perceive, to learn through visual arts. And they have the ability to transform, modify, or manipulate visual information. They are good at visualization, drawing, sense of direction, puzzle building, and reading maps. And the famous personalities, as per spatial intelligence, picture smart people are Frank Lloyd Wright and Amelia Earhart. So these kind of people choose the careers like, so next slide. They choose the careers of being pilot, surgeon, architect, graphic artist, or interior decorator. Yes, ma'am. Yes, Lata ma'am. I've added that your point, interior decorator also. Thank you so much for your input. Yes, sir. Next slide, sir. Next kind of intelligence is body kinesthetic intelligence. These kind of people are body smart. As I have given you the example of the athlete, they use their hand and body movements to solve the problems or fashion products. Physical coordination, balance, strength, and flexibility are too much in these kind of people. They are good at sports, dance, acting, and physical arts. And the famous personalities being Michael Jordan and Simone Biles. So next slide, please. These kind of people choose the career of being a dancer, athlete, surgeon, mechanic, carpenter, and physical therapist. You have seen how the dancers, athlete, kind of people express through body posture, body language. The next slide.
Yes. So the people who are basically musically intelligent, that is music smart, they have the ability to perceive, discriminate, create, and express musical forms. For example, if you want a child who is musically intelligent compose a song on solar system, he can easily do that. So these people, they actually learn through music. You can, like these days, rap songs are very much, famous among the students. They like that. So you can make education and understanding the skills and concepts easy for these students by allowing them, okay, to add some music to their learning on daily basis. So they are very sensitive to rhythm. They have a basic pitch. They have a very good pitch understanding about pitch, melody and tone, such sort of things. And they're very good at singing. Few people are very good at playing instruments as well and composing music, which we have just discussed. Moving further, the best career opportunities for these students are to become a singer, a composer, a DJ, and a musician. Among all these, DJ is one of the very famous careers that children try to choose these days, and they are highly paid as well. Moving on to interpersonal intelligence, like who are basically people smart. We teachers are people smart, aren't we? Early in the morning, as we wake up, like we handle everyone at home. And then we go to school. On the way to school, we handle the people on the roads. I mean, the drivers or whoever is coming to pick us up and drop at school. And then at school, we are handling all the sub staff, teachers, colleagues, and the principal especially, and then students and parents. So people who are basically having this interpersonal intelligence, they have the capacity to understand the intentions, motivations, and desires of other people. They easily understand and they easily read the mind of the people. They work effectively with others. They are very good at getting work done by others as well. They have the ability to understand and interact effectively with others. They communicate well and can build rapport. Easily they become a very good friend or a very good, a person in the group of, the so-called people. And then what are the best career opportunities for such sort of people? They can become teacher. Didn't I tell you first? The first person who is having very good interpersonal skills is a teacher. They can also become psychologists because they are reading the mind, and they can become good managers and heads, salesperson because they can do very good sales as they can manage people, and public relations. Moving on to the seventh intelligence, which is basically intrapersonal intelligence, people who are self-smart, the so-called, what do we say, introverts. They have the capacity to understand oneself, to have an effective working model of oneself, including one's desires, fears, and capacities, and to use such information effectively in regulating one's own life. So what happens is they have very good knowledge of their weaknesses as well as their strengths. Accordingly, they can change the situations around them. But remember, they can work only alone. They cannot work with more than one person. So, self awareness, personal cognizance, and the ability to refine, analyze, and articulate one's emotional life is a great feature that we observe in the people who are self smart. So, self smart people we find very less, but self smart and people smart are like enemies. A person who can work on his own cannot be placed at the position of a manager. Okay, so because they cannot extract work from others, and what happens, it becomes a one-man army, which is not good for an organization. So, in case you have such sort of children in your classrooms, you have to identify such sort of students, and you have to nurture them right from a very, like initial level. So, you can give projects to such sort of children, and because they can do things on their own. And the potential career choices, also we can call them as the best career choices for such sort of children, are becoming a therapist, becoming a psychologist, a counselor, an entrepreneur, or a clergy. And moving on to naturalist intelligence, which is the last intelligence, people who are nature smart, people who can understand the nature very well, adds, the features of nature and add the special things which are available in the nature to their day-to-day life and learning. So they have this very good ability to recognize, categorize, and draw upon patterns in the natural environment. Like they can look into the sky and they can easily draw the pattern around the stars which are visible to them. Sensitivity to the flora, fauna, and phenomena in nature. They are very good at identifying and they learn. I recollect that Lord Dattatreya, okay, is a person who is naturalistically intelligent because he has learned several things from 64 different animals. That's what it is mentioned in the Bhagavata Purana. So I just gave this example because it struck my mind immediately. So they are also good at classifying natural forms. They are very much connected to the nature. That they understand everything from the nature and they're very closely associated with nature. They get along with nature very well. And the best career choices for the people who are naturalistically intelligent are becoming a botanist, biologist, an astronomer, a meteorologist, or a geologist. So these are also very good careers. So now what is the importance of multiple intelligence? It greatly contributes the self-awareness of the people. First of all, if we introduce multiple intelligence in classroom, if we have multiple intelligence based worksheets that helps the child to retrospect himself or herself and they also try to know their weaknesses and their strengths. The framework it framework for recognizing and valuing different strengths and abilities, just now we have discussed. Recognizing and valuing the diverse strengths, they understand that like I have specific strengths, my peers they also have their own strengths. So collaborating with each other would help like him or her in becoming a very good what do we say, person, and then identifying their own unique mix of intelligences. Next. So here you can see now every person have some or the other type of intelligence, all types of intelligence in little quantities, but one or two intelligence will be in domination. So we have to identify which type of intelligence is in domination, help the child also to identify, nurture it very well, and make it as a strength of that particular child. So, which now I want you people to take 2 minutes time, examine yourself, think about yourself, and kindly let me know which type of intelligence you people have in you. So, I'll give you 2 minutes time.
Yes, sir. And in the previous slide, sir, that brain slide was there, no? So it represents that where that multiple intelligence are in the, where are the points in the brain where these intelligences are. Yes, these are the different kind of points of all the intelligences where the child or any person possess. Thank you so much, sir, and thank you here those who have joined for cooperating.
Yes. So, did anyone write in the chat box which type of intelligence you people have got? No one has written. So, Punita ma'am, what type of intelligence you have got?
Sir, interpersonal Shilpi ma'am has written. Malti
Malti
ma'am.
ma'am. Yes. Come on, let us see
Yes.
what type of intelligence you all have got over here. Mathematical, logical, music and rhythm. George Babu. Very good, sir. Wonderful.
And what you are good at, you should speak about it. What you are good at. Intelligences you have found. So, what is special in you? One, you can speak up.
Sir, mine is interpersonal and linguistic.
Okay.
Good evening, ma'am, and good evening, sir. I am right from childhood. I am very much interested in music and rhythm. So still now I continue my intelligence, that one.
Great. Great,
Wonderful.
sir. Yes.
Thank you.
So you must be teaching in your class using that intelligence, sir.
Definitely, ma'am. Definitely. I use my intelligence. Students are attracted towards it and I make it lively, the classroom.
Okay. Great. So we have
Thank
a
you.
lot of responses. I'm good in coordinating with others, Malti ma'am. So another task for you, sir, I've not made in the slide. Another task for you all, Jamuna ma'am has written musical intelligence and visual intelligence. So many of you must be educators here, no? So take any one topic, sir and ma'ams, take any one topic of your choice and you let us know that how using any three intelligences, how you will teach in the class. Because in the class we have different kinds of children. Some must be language smart, some must be visual art smart. So numerical, some must be number smart. So how you can plan your lesson that minimum 3 multiple intelligence you can include in that. Please take 1 minute and plan it. Any one topic, how you will, I hope you are clear with my question. Any one topic, how you can use any 3 multiple intelligence in your lesson plan. I hope I'm clear and you're working on it. Pratima ma'am, Anuradha ma'am, Pooja ma'am. Whatever you are practicing in the class, that also you can just to share with us.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, please.
Ma'am, I would like to say how personally how I try to integrate the musical skills as well as linguistic skills and the interpersonal skills in my class.
Yes, ma'am,
So
please.
I'm into teaching French in primary school. So for example, teaching a topic like colors, I first of all I would like to show them a musical video where some the colors, the vocabulary is there, as well as along with the spellings and the pronunciation is there. So that
Very
would
good.
integrate the musical part. And once
Yes.
it is done, I would like to ask the children questions whether they have really understood it or not, and that would really focus on the interpersonal skills. And once it is done, we can also always include the student's perspective, and that would also bring out the linguistic part in them, integrating what they have already learned or what they would like to learn in the future classes. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Great, ma'am. Great, ma'am. Thank
Uh,
you so much for your
Ma'am,
input.
can
Ma'am
I
has
give
written
one
visual
example?
intelligence.
Uh,
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Everybody needs to participate. Yes.
yeah, thank you so much.
Please,
So,
ma'am.
ma'am, as you asked that what can be done in the classroom or include in the lesson plan that
Yes, ma'am.
can use intelligence more than one. So, usually I'm a biology teacher and I take the in biology subject. There's a lot to understand with respect to the terms. I feel role play or enactment is one such thing where a child uses more than one intelligence. If it is a teamwork and role play is going on, then they are able to use their linguistic intelligence also. They can express and use their or like oratory and linguistics done, and then also they can use certain type of poetic lines and something. They can use another intelligence where we feel that they can, through the musical, they can express themselves, and also um, they can also speak about they can also kind with the expression kinesics, they can also express these things.
Yes.
They can make some kind of raps also along with that. So this usually helps in the classroom to students to learn with more than one intelligence.
Yes, ma'am. Great, ma'am. Great efforts. Thank you so much. I hope your class must be really, really wonderful and enjoyable. Yes.
Ma'am, I have seen result out of that, especially once if you suppose with simple example. In biology, I do not know how many teachers are there. If you are teaching cell organelles or if you are teaching diversity topics, the names are really tough. Enactment help them to understand much better.
Yes, ma'am. I'm an EVS teacher. I can understand what you are saying. So yes.
Right now.
So the class will
Okay.
be really, really interesting. Vinodini Kumasa has shared grade 11 English, role play, kinesthetic, linguistic skill, group activities to promote interpersonal skill. Very good, sir. John Peter sir has
Ma'am,
shared
I have one
naturalistic.
doubt also.
Yes, ma'am,
Ma'am,
please.
I need to understand more about intrapersonal skills. Not able to get it very clearly, and also how a therapist is having that intrapersonal skill. Little bit more understanding about this intelligence.
Okay, ma'am. We'll share. We have a small video on that after the slide.
Okay.
So, yes, a short recap. So, if you don't understand after that, I'll definitely tell you.
Right. Okay.
Anyone else can share with us how you add on in your lesson plan the multiple intelligences? Pratima, ma'am. Anyone else would like to share? Roja, ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am. Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Yeah. And yeah, even I use at times here, at times what it is almost in every class we need to use this multiple intelligence. Like the children, I mean, when the lesson is taught, the lesson, they read the lesson, and then they discuss. So when they are discussing, sometimes what happens is some children do not are not able to say, or they are not able to express themselves. They might be telling it to their partner or their benchmate, and they tell it out. So and some are there who write it, write it and then they show it. And some of them are good at acting, so they come out and they present it, act it out like that. And some of them are really good at drawing, and showing it. And yeah, means in this way the whole I mean lesson is divided and shared by all of them, so that now everyone, and you cannot just, yeah, this is the saying, no, we cannot
Yes.
judge a
Yes.
fish on its ability to climb
Yeah,
a tree. So
correct.
it's that. Yeah.
Yes, yes, ma'am. This is the saying by Albert Einstein. So I really
Yeah,
liked it
it's an
related to
excellent
physical intelligence.
yeah, thought. Yeah.
Yes, yes. So how you can identify, means in a lesson plan, how we can put all the chapters cannot, in all the chapters, all the 8 intelligences cannot be used. That we all can understand that. So first we have to identify what kind of students are in the class, and then we have to
Exactly.
choose the appropriate objective, what is the objective of that lesson, what could be the learning outcome, and then we need to select the multiple intelligence, what strategies can be used for teaching that particular lesson. Suppose it is related to nature, so there we cannot use our kinesthetic intelligence. We have to use the intelligences according to the lesson which we are taking up. I hope you all agree with it.
Yes,
Priyanka ma'am
ma'am.
wants to, yes ma'am, say something. Priyanka ma'am, you want to say something? Okay. Sir, one small video is there, sir, in the next slide. Just a recap of what the intelligences we have just seen. So we have to skip this ad.
Delivering in 10 minutes.
5 मिनट में मिलेगा, वरना 50 रुपए आपके।
Multiple intelligences is a controversial theory that suggests that intelligence is not a single general ability. Instead, it's made up of several distinct types of intelligences. This idea was introduced by Howard Gardner in 1983. He argued that traditional definitions of intelligence, like IQ tests, focus too much on math and language skills. Gardner believed that understanding a wider range of abilities could better reflect the diverse ways people interact with the world. Let's look at the 8 intelligences proposed by Gardner. First is linguistic intelligence. This is the ability to think in words and to use language to express and appreciate complex meanings. People with high linguistic intelligence are often good at writing stories, memorizing information, and reading. They tend to be skilled poets, novelists, journalists, and effective speakers. Next, we have logical mathematical intelligence. This involves the ability to think conceptually and abstractly, and capacity to discern logical or numerical patterns. People with strong logical mathematical intelligence can handle long chains of reasoning and complex calculations. They are typically scientists, mathematicians, and philosophers. Next is musical intelligence, which refers to the skill in performing, composing, and appreciating musical patterns. It also encompasses the ability to recognize and compose musical pitches, tones, and rhythms. Individuals with high musical intelligence are usually singing, playing musical instruments, and composing music. Next is bodily kinesthetic intelligence, which is the capacity to manipulate objects and use a variety of physical skills. This intelligence also involves a sense of timing and the perfection of skills through mind-body union. Athletes, dancers, surgeons, and craftspeople exhibit well-developed bodily kinesthetic intelligence. Next is spatial intelligence, which involves the potential to recognize and use the patterns of wide space and more confined areas. This type of intelligence is often utilized in different fields, such as architecture, engineering, and art. It is particularly strong in pilots, sailors, sculptors, painters, and architects. Next is interpersonal intelligence, which is the ability to understand and interact effectively with others. It involves effective verbal and nonverbal communication, the ability to note distinctions among others, sensitivity to the moods and temperaments of others, and the ability to entertain multiple perspectives. Teachers, social workers, actors, and politicians all exhibit interpersonal intelligence. Next is interpersonal intelligence, which is the capacity to understand oneself, to appreciate one's feelings, fears, and motivations. This intelligence helps people to use their emotional life as a way to understand themselves and to guide behavior. Writers, psychologists, and philosophers typically have a high interpersonal intelligence. Next is naturalistic intelligence, which refers to the ability to identify and distinguish among different types of plants, animals, and weather formations found in the natural world. This intelligence was added later by Gardner and is critical for roles such as botanists, farmers, hunters, and landscapers. Importantly, this theory is widely criticized by educational psychologists. One major criticism is that the theory lacks empirical evidence. Critics argue that Gardner's intelligences more closely resemble individual talents, preferences, or personality traits rather than actual intelligences. Some psychologists also believe that the theory is non-falsifiable and challenging to test scientifically, which is a hallmark of pseudoscience. However, proponents of the concept argue it has value in education. For example, it has been influential in encouraging a broader curriculum that incorporates music, arts, and physical education. It has also encouraged educators to focus more closely on students' different talents, personalities, and preferences in order to cater to their needs in the classroom. The concept also empowers people by helping them recognize their unique strengths and capabilities. So, What do you think? Does the multiple intelligences theory ring true to you, or do you agree that it's mere pseudoscience? Let me know in the comments. I've also left my VARC learning styles video on the screen for you, which is the next educational concept on our learning journey.
That's all, sir. So, Shilpi, I hope this video must have given a clear picture of what
Yes,
are
ma'am.
Yes, Shilpi ma'am.
Yeah, I
Ma'am,
got
you
my
can speak
answer
about-
because
yeah, intrapersonal
their
you were
emotional part is dominating. Right. Got my answer on that.
actually, they very means introvert kind of people, ma'am. They will not speak much, but through their work, through their writing, they will express their feeling, their body language, their expressions. So, unlike interpersonal skill, people are like they will mix up with the people, they will talk, they will express. But intrapersonal, they will not talk much or communicate much. They will express through their writing part. They are writers, actually. Writers,
Ma'am,
psychologists.
my
Writers
doubt came with the
or
therapist
artists,
profession that a therapist is
Yes.
supposed to judge the person and tell the person about what he has got to know. So I just thought the person who is having the intrapersonal intelligence must also be having some kind of linguistics also or some other intelligence to express those things.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
that only brought out to me, but this was fine. I understood. Thank you.
They're very creative. Thank you, ma'am. Any other question, any other doubt from anybody? Or your? Any feedback from your side? Any questions? Anything you want to share? Pratima, ma'am, you want to say something?
It's a very good session, ma'am. Very
Thank you so
interesting.
Thank you.
Ma'am, very
And
informative. Got to know a lot about these type of intelligence, what we have been knowing, but every time refreshing ourselves
Yes.
is needed, right?
yes. Thank you so much, ma'am. And thank you so much for cooperating with my network issues. And thank you to sir that he has put in all these efforts to make it a success. Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah. So lots of appreciations to Mrs. Abhilasha Verma from the end of Srinarayana Teacher Training Center. And
you, sir.
thank you, dear participants, for being here, always being here with us as our participants. And please wait and watch. We are going to have many more sessions like this. And coming to the end of the session now, I would like to request you all to listen very carefully. So the people who wish to grab a certificate for this particular session, you all know the process. Kindly share rupees 50 to the number 9908925730. That is my number. You need to send 50 rupees, 50 rupees to this particular number, along with what do we say, like the name as you want on the certificate. If you are particular about Mr., Miss, and all such sort of things, kindly mention that also. So after doing the payment, along with the screenshot, kindly send the what do we say, like name also along with the screenshot to the same number through WhatsApp. So that what happens is we can, generate the certificate as you wish. And when will you get the certificate? You will be getting maximum by tomorrow morning. In case our IT person is busy, you will be getting it by what do we say? Within 24 hours, you will be getting the what do we say? The certificate. Within 24 hours, you will be getting the certificate. Now, the very next important thing is we are going to have many such webinars every week, at least 3 webinars we have a week. So I am sharing the link of our official webinar group in the chat box. Just now I have shared. So the people who wish to stay informed about our webinars, kindly join the webinar group, Sri Narayani Teacher Training Center's webinar group, so that you people will be getting to know the webinars which we are going to conduct thrice in a week. Now, the next thing is that we have our sixth batch of Train the Trainer course open, which is going to start from Wednesday of next week. Now, you all know that in case if you want to become a trainer, a CBSE trainer or NCERT trainer or a trainer for any publishers, you have to have that basic skill to become a trainer. So Sri Narayani Teacher Training Center has been very successful. You are seeing our trainers. We are a group of 22 people, okay, wherein we have trainers with us, and we have been successful in training teachers all over nation also. Like, you are all from different parts of the country. So if you wish to become a trainer, uh, kindly, ping me on the same number. You will be getting the details. The course is starting from Wednesday. You can join the course. It's a 1 month course and you can become a trainer after 1 month. So I request the resource person also to give few inputs about the teacher train the trainer course.
Yes, sir. And as you all have appreciated about the sessions, and you have been appreciating in all the sessions which you are attending. So our trainer Ravi sir has trained us so well that we are able to deliver the sessions in front of you effectively. So, and really it will be helpful in your growth. Like SNTTC has been offering the resource person training and soft skill training also. So it is really effective in our own growth, those who are in education field or any kind of field. So I would really request you to join the training for betterment of our own growth. And Ravi sir has been a wonderful, wonderful trainer. So lot of appreciation to sir, and he has really transformed our life into a different way. We were being a teacher, and we have been very confident now that we can speak in front of people. We in our workplace also, this kind of training is being very, very helpful. So I would really thank Ravi sir for all these things.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. So thank you, dear participants. Looking forward to have you all in our upcoming sessions. Once again, I would like to repeat the thing. Like, if you wish to get the certificate, kindly pay 50 rupees to the given number and send the screenshot along with your name. Thank you, one and all. Have a nice day.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, everyone. Such a wonderful team group of.